have another word for you.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Dígame. Then I'll give you a good price, man.
The first thing is that we have a sister. We have two sisters in my country. They got visa.
Mexico?
No, Guatemala.
Okay.
They got visa and they come here every year, every 2 years. But now they have a problem over there. That they've been in court for something my sister and let's say it was her boyfriend at that time, they opened a business. And by that time they were like maybe not boyfriend, but they were something. And they opened a business together. And the people, the other business like that, they killed him. They killed the guy.
Who was the guy?
That was another guy. Which guy?
No, yeah. You have two sisters. I don't know who the guys are.
One was my sister partner.
Okay.
And the other people, they killed him. And it was a big mess. They have courts, proof. They have other information, that police reports and all those things that they can, we can show, we can prove that they are not.
The problem is they're in Guatemala.
Huh?
The problem is they're still in Guatemala.
Yes. But they're gonna come
Oh.
here. They're gonna come here, and
Okay.
what my question is, the main question is, what we can do with that to try to apply for asylum.
Okay. Is that the anything else?
That's
Esos
one.
los casos.
No, that's one. This is uno. The main question is what we have to do. We have to apply for something before they come, or they have to come.
They gotta come.
They have to fly at the airport, or they have to wait and be here, and then they come to see
I mean,
you.
if they do it there, they'll never get in. If they get in, then we do
Okay,
it
that's
here.
the question.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the question. Okay.
I wish I had my pictures for kids. ¿Dónde están? I had a book. I don't know. No tengo.
No, it's okay. Now you have something.
Find something. ¿Otras preguntas o no?
Yeah, and the other question is, I heard with my kids that they are dreamers, and they're gonna go to my country. But
Good.
I need to see if that's safe. If that's safe to apply for a permit to go to visit our family. We have people that we have proofs, medical proofs that they have in bad situation, but like my grandma, my mother that is always in some situation, but my mother come every year. That's maybe not help. And
Well, what is the purpose, propósito, that they're going to Guatemala?
it's nothing serious.
Yeah, but why do you want them to go?
Just to see the people there.
I have a better reason for them to go. I have a big, good, huge reason for them to go.
What?
So the kids came in illegal?
No, they came with visa.
Oh, okay.
They came with
Oh,
visa.
so no importa. La cosa is that most people who have, mayoridad, that have la DACA, they entered illegal.
No, they came.
Right.
With
So when you go and you come back, es una entrada legal.
Mhm.
So ellos no necesitan. But I want a consecuencia of going and coming back.
Mhm.
And that is, and it's complicated, but it's a law. When you come in, you get an entry stamp.
Mhm.
So you're entered legally.
Mhm. So
It's okay. No, I like to take the time. So when you go, you come back, you've been entered legally. When you go on the viaje with the DACA and you come back in,
Mhm.
you don't have the same status
Okay.
that they have today.
Okay.
Which is not really a problem, but it is a problem if, God forbid, and I hope it doesn't happen, but if they ever get into trouble,
Mhm.
if they ever have any problems, manejando borracho, robo algo de una tienda,
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
then it's a problem because lo que pasa is that you don't get a fianza. Y los jueces no tienen derecho de darle una fianza. Now, people that come in with a visitor visa, if they have a problem, the judge give them a fianza.
Okay.
But these kids, if they ever get into legal trouble, ojalá no, they're not going to get a fianza from the juez.
Okay.
Now, aparte de esto, es normal. No, actual, do you know people with TPS?
Yeah, I know people.
Right. So TPS and DACA are almost the same thing.
Yes.
Right. Now TPS, when you go visit home, you gotta have an emergencia. In DACA, you don't need an emergency. It's easy.
Okay.
So for TPS, it's humanitario extremo,
Okay.
emergencia. But for la DACA, it's simplemente humanitario. So as long as they can prove tengo abuelos, tíos allá, that's all they need to do.
I was reading about that. Yeah.
So it's easy to get.
And it's safe to come back?
Yeah. As long as they don't have any crimes. Everybody's scared of that. But the propósito de este parole is guarantee readmisión.
Okay.
And what they always say is that, you know, the final decisión está en la frontera. And that's verdad. So there's somebody who could say no. But they can't say no because they don't like Europa. I mean, it's because you have un delito criminal.
Okay.
When you got that advance parole, that piece of paper says you're going to be allowed to come back in. So you know about the advance parole.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was reading about that.
Okay, because you got to get that. I mean, the only other trick with advanced parole is that they ask you a fecha that you're going to go, and you got to pick a fecha in 90 días. Because if you put a fecha in 30 días, the paperwork won't process fast enough. So you got to pick a date. So si tú aplicas ahora, tú dices que voy en abril, mayo. Si tú dices me voy en febrero, se respuesta más información porque ahora es febrero, marzo y tu tiempo de visitas pasado, then tú necesitas reaplicar y dice quiere una visita en la futura. Okay, so anyway, that's a little bit of trick. Now for the dos hermanas, I mean, I can show you, you can push this back and see better. Let me open up the form. You know, in asilo, let me explain, you know, the legal process is so complicated, right? So when they come in on a visit, how long do they usually get?
They usually get 6 months to
Okay.
stay here, but they never stay more than 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay, so you know that if you don't leave in 6 months, they're gonna cancel the visa, right?
Yes, I know that.
Pero, if you file the momentito to aplicar por el asilo, dejaron de afectar la visa.
Okay.
So if you filed for asylum in the 5th month, you're gonna be safe durante todo el proceso.
Okay, yeah.
Mama.
That's my only concern too.
Mama.
And then the other thing is this, there's all kinds of things. So let's say enero primero ellos entrada y su visita terminas julio primero, de 6 meses. If, so then you file it, what are they gonna say about that? So you're protected during that time period. Okay, I know. If they come in enero primero, you file in February, is negado en marzo, it stops. But if it is negado después terminaste la visita, refiere al juez. Because when you file asilo de esta manera, hay 2 steps. La primera step es una entrevista en Chicago. Es como una oficina como eso, es como una persona como yo. Y les preguntan, they ask questions, they type up the answers, and then lo mismo día o en unos días, una semana, you receive por correo la decisión. If you're still under a visitor visa, if your visit is still válido, the process stops. But if you receive a decision and your visa is expired, then they send it to the judge. And it's important because, you know, you're protected. So I would hate for them to file in February, get a decision in April, and then in June, you would have to refile again. You'd have to refile again so that they're not in trouble in July if they're still here. You know what I mean? It's just like a strategy. It's a strategy. You gotta do the timing right. Because they're protected if they're in front of the judge. But the problem is Chicago won't send it to the judge if the visitor visa is still valid.
Okay, we have to, the recommendation is wait maybe a month, 2 months before the visa expires.
Yeah, I mean, I really would. Like if it was enero or julio, I would probably file in abril. So that you got a little bit of time so that it kind of bounces over. Because I mean, there's still a way to do it. I mean, I guess let's say you file in February, you get denied in April, and now you're denied and your visitor visa is good until July. I guess you'd have to refile it again. Or you'd have to respuesta o revisión en frente al juez. You know, I've never done that. But, you know, your preparación anterior, you got to think about a little bit, because you don't want them to not have asilo pendiente el día que terminas. No quieres que no tiene asilo pendiente el día que terminas la visita.
Okay, yeah, I understand.
Okay. So going back to them, I was going to open the form and show you what it's about. Do you have any, are you familiar with the form at all?
No, I never checked that.
So here it is. You know, so anyway, biográfico, direcciones, escuelas, empleo, hermanos, padres, but aquí es la página importante. Let me make it so we can see it.
That's another thing that they are. Both of them are. They finished the college. They are not. Let's say not regular people. They both are professionals.
What is their degrees in?
One is. I don't know how to. I mean, one is psychology, psychology, and she was finished this year. And the other one is like marketing. Both of them are in the. And good degree.
So you, I mean, you can look at other types of visas once they're here to see, because you can change a visitor visa to an H-1B visa. I mean, you can extend the visa. So if they got 6 months here, you can get it extended another 6 months.
That's why we're here, because we need a recommendation how to get them here, but not like me, because I came with visa 10 years ago. My visa expired, and I have nothing to protect me now.
Right.
And that's the third question.
How old is your oldest child that's born here?
10 years old.
So you got 11 more years.
There's no way to do nothing.
Well, unless tú tienes una esposa americana.
No.
Right. So then you wait on the kids.
I have another lawyer that is, I don't know how he's working, but he applying for asylum for people that is here for
Bossy?
Basi.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing dirty things. That's why I.
Scary. Yeah.
But that's why you know him. I
Yeah.
mean, I forgot his name, but you remind me
I know
now.
his name.
Yeah.
I hear those stories and I know exactly what you're talking about. It's a problem. I mean, because well, I mean, the thing about asylum, and again, I'm going to give you a bunch of law. In asylum, you have to file in the first year that you're here.
Yes.
Unless there's a revolution in your country. If there's a revolution in your country, then you've got to change country conditions, right? But if you don't file within 1 year, then the law is different. And that's why this form says asylum and withholding of removal. And withholding of removal is just palabras de la corte, pero it's diferente ley. So for asylum, you got to prove 10% chance of a problem if you go home. So low, 1 in 10 is minimum. But if you file after you've been here for more than a year, then you don't qualify for asylum. You only qualify for withholding. And for withholding, you got to prove 50% chance that you'll have a problem if you go home. So it's harder. Quinto veces más difícil. But más importante, si tú ganas asilo, recibes residencia, and then en 5 años estás ciudadano. But si tú estás aplicante para nada más withholding of removal, no ganas residencia. Si tú ganas, tú recibes un orden que dice estás deportado, pero no te deportan a tu país. And then si no tienes pasaporte a otro país, nunca estás deportado, pero estás siempre bajo un orden de deportación. Necesitas renovar tu permiso de trabajo cada año, no puedes viajar afuera del país, o perdidas tu estatus. So that's the problem with him filing asylum for people that have been here for more than 1 year, is they don't understand that even if they win, which is very hard, even if they win, they're not going to get residency. But another strategy is, and this is a strategy that sirve, but and that is when somebody's got 10 years here in U.S. citizen kids, there's another application you can do. that can win you residency. But you can only do it in front of the juez in caso de deportación. So sometimes